Hey guys, welcome back to Stovepipe TV. I'm Adam, and today we have a special guest. He's been on the channel a few times, and
Have y'all given me a name yet?
I don't think so.
I guess I haven't earned one.
So we have unknown lock character over here. That's just
I think I've been Sticker Boy.
yeah. We'll keep Sticker Boy. That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, I can work.
So today we are comparing the budget Mark 18 versus a real Mark 18. Now, granted, we could have kept this one in the pistol configuration, but
Yucky.
it's been SBR'd, and I'm not putting the brace back on it.
Be a man.
So we're gonna kind of compare and contrast of what roughly a Mark 18 is about 2,500 beans or so.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
And I think I've got all of $2,000 in this one.
Yeah.
That's with everything and the suppressor. So
I have no suppressor.
So
I'm too poor after buying it.
The biggest thing with the Mark 18 is quality, fit and finish, durability. There's a lot of things that come with the Daniel Defense, and not to mention, what is that, RIS 2, RIS 3? The rail that's on the OG rail on the Mark 18 is tough.
The quad.
But this thing, your Mark 18 has got, is that a Raptor SD or just a Raptor?
Yes, I think it's a Raptor SD.
I can't pull it out. Raptor SD.
Just SD.
Toolcraft Chrome bolt carrier.
Got a Geisley SDE 2-stage trigger in it.
Okay.
I believe.
Sons of Liberty Knox
Knox mount
Chemo.
for the suppressor I don't have. Emissary. Emissary front grip. EOTech.
So, to be honest, you would have never been able to do this build because this is a Form 1 Mark 18. This is not a Form 4.
That is correct.
So, what that means for the audience is that you bought a strip lower, or just a lower.
I got in at just a very small window of time where Daniel Defense was selling their lowers just by themselves. I think it was when they were trying to get rid of all their like
Old stock,
old gen ones that aren't the ambi and all that. But they went on sale for a little while, a couple months. I grabbed one. Yeah, I had a buddy. He just had a Mark 18 upper laying around that he wasn't using, didn't really have a build for, so he let me grab it for a pretty good price, and I was able to finish out the build pretty well, and I've been happy with it ever since. And it he already had the EOTech on there. Like I said, he had a lot of the
he had the what on there?
The EOTech.
Goddamn EOTech.
EOTech.
Okay, so all in all, how much do you have in this? Because you did get a very good deal on this upper.
Yeah, I got a very good deal on the upper. So the lower was, I think, out the door, the lower was about $550, and then had to do the Form 1, so give Uncle Sam his cut. And then I think the upper was about $1,400-1,500, and it already had the optic and the emissary grip, the bolt carrier, charging handle, all that good stuff in it. So, and then I put a trigger in there, which I got on sale. I think the trigger came out to be about $150.
Ain't bad.
It was a good sale on that, so I don't know. I used to be good at math. That's probably about 2,000.
We'll have 2,000. The total. We'll have the total on the screen.
Yeah, we'll get the calculators out, and
that means I got to do that, and that's probably not going to happen. If you don't know, mine started out as a complete PSA pistol. It actually started out as a 7.5, and it's now got a 10.5 Rex can. This is a Summo Gear Pack, Amazon Light, Amazon Pressure Switch, Shift, Midwest Industries rail. Like, I think everything on this gun has been replaced and or changed except for the bolt carrier and the buffer spring. And if I had to guess, I probably got close to 25 to 3 in this total. That's with the EOTech, with the can, with both tax stamps. So this is like $400 in stamps. Just it's a 2-stamp rifle. So we're leaving this can on for this video because the 3-port that's underneath this thing is absolutely obnoxious, and cameraman is shaking his head because he's not dealing with that today. But all in all, I said let's do a little bit of shooting.
Okay.
Because realistically, you have not changed no buffer, spring, gas system, nothing. That is how it comes from the factory from Daniel Defense.
Yep, all stock.
This is all of mine is all been customized.
Custom.
With a factory spring, but H3 buffer, superlative arms gas block, and then the suppressor. So, and this is the Rex Silentium, like ultra low back pressure 5.56 can, and it actually works pretty good from what I've tested out. And as you can see, it's been heat treated.
Nice.
So,
I wonder how that happened.
Do we tell that funny story of how our FFL did not believe in these cans, and he put it on a machine gun and burned it down right after I got it? I didn't even right when it got delivered to him, we burned it down.
It's patina. It shows.
I think it looks
character.
sick. Okay, I just think it's awesome. Heat treated stainless is fantastic,
and it didn't explode. So
it did not.
Win-win.
So let's do some shooting. And we're gonna I'm gonna do a drill, then you're gonna do the same drill, and then we'll switch guns and do the same drill. So that way we can kind of get a feel for the two.
Apples to oranges.
One more benefit of a Daniel Defense, and it being a complete Daniel Defense and not a hodgepodge of parts put together. Look at this receiver play in mine. So it's pretty bad. And now look at the Daniel Defense. Much tighter tolerances, considering I have to run an AccuEdge in mine to clean it up. So,
tight.
I mean, is a little $5 wedge worth the? Does it make up for the?
You can just say you're poor. It's okay.
Okay. All right, bro. All right, let's do some shooting. First drill, and because I really want to test the recoil assembly in this versus mine, we're gonna go for a bill drill on our silhouette here. It's probably about 10 yards, maybe 8 yards. So bill drill is just 6 shots to the center A zone. So we're just gonna aim at like the shotgun shell right here on the ground, and then go up.
It's already you got one in the head. So.
Yep.
All right, shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
That was bad. Walked them down. All right, we started high and went low. Let's go. So what was the time?
2:01.
Okay, that's not terrible. But there is 3, 2 in the C and 1 in the D. So
you don't want one in the D.
All right, pause. That's
one.
That's one.
Tally it up.
Shooter, are you ready?
Yes.
Stand by. Okay.
I think I was all over the place.
We're about to see. You're going to clown me.
I am rusty.
So, that was a 2.62. So not bad. And you did the exact same as me.
Same thing.
Literally the exact same thing. 2 in the C, 1 in the D,
Dang.
3 in the A.
Not one in the D.
Budget Mk18. Let's give it a try.
All right. Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by. He was moving.
It didn't pick up none of them, did it?
No, it did. You got 3 of them.
What's the time?
174.
I don't think it got all of them. Yeah, we'll redo. All right, so we're gonna redo because I forgot that this thing's suppressed, and you need to have the shot timer at the ejection port. So,
all right,
I'm ready.
Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Yep, I got all of them.
So what's
166? First shot 0.81. Moving.
I'm gonna be real too. This thing's a lot heavier than his because all this junk on it, and I missed one.
Oh, you got one out.
It's okay.
Not bad though.
Shooter, are you ready?
Yeah.
In the stance, at the shotgun shells.
Yep. Close
all
enough
right.
at least.
Stand by. You get bonus points. You hit the steel behind it. So 247.
Did it get all of them?
Yep. And first shot was a 118.
Okay.
So we're not competing against each other. We're competing against each gun.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a Mozambique next. Another thing, I like a rifle that doesn't have a bunch of junk on it because let me tell you, this thing you can move it around, just with no fake pack that just adds weight. No.
Yeah, the weight difference between the two is noticeable.
Well, I mean, and also mine's got
you got a can on it, so it's it's a different feel.
18-ounce suppressor on the end of it, so
yeah, it's a different feel.
All right, let's go for Mozambique. Do you remember what this thing was zeroed at? 50, 100?
I think 50.
Okay,
it's been a while.
We'll see. I'm probably gonna send one right over the top of the head.
That'd be all right.
All right.
All right. Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by. You still got him in there.
Barely.
164.
Nope, I missed. 1C.
Oh, you got the...
I got the head, though. I was more worried about the head.
Yeah.
All right.
Real.
Your turn.
Well done.
All right, sir. Oh, so that was a 164. I don't know if we said that or not. First shot was a .86. So, anyway. Shooter, are you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by. So it's a 209. First shot was a 119.
Let's see how bad I did.
So.
Oh man, that's close.
Close, but no cigar. The head, it is what it is. The C is unacceptable. Okay, that's unacceptable. I'm just kidding.
What are you gonna do?
All right, let's go to the budget Mk18. See if it's any better. All right, budget Mk18. Mozambique.
All right, shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by. .147.
I don't know. I got something hot on my finger. It's blowing some gas out of the receivers.
That's what you get for a budget.
That's what you get for a budget.
I mean, it all comes down to I've got probably close to 3,000 rounds through this, if not more.
And I do not.
And that's the second time I've ever shot that, so it is a big difference. A lot of muscle memory there. Shooter, are you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by.
With the head.
You trumped him. Can I say that on YouTube?
Maybe.
I mean, he did hit his left ear, though. 198.
I got the 2 to the chest, though.
That's actually pretty nice. Impressive. I'm going to be honest. When I started this video, I kind of wanted to have a point, but now that we've recorded the video, I'm just happy I got to shoot Daniel Defense today.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't always have to have a point.
No, it's
just come out and have fun.
I agree. If you're looking at buying a Daniel Defense, it's worth it. I mean, it's always worth it. If you want to build one, it's worth it. I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna criticize. Well, I'm probably gonna get criticized because I always do. About the junk I put on my guns. So, but at the end of the day, it's your gun. Build it how you want.
Or you can get criticized at the gun store when you pick up your $600 lower. Why didn't you spend money on that?
Oh yeah, because you did get it from a PSA.
Right? That's where I got it shipped to.
Yeah. Yeah, they were
clowning me.
You could have just bought a PSA lower.
Yeah.
But then it wouldn't be a true Mk18.
Exactly.
And I would feel better because, again, if you don't know, when you SBR a rifle, this little receiver is now yours for life.
Yep.
There's no there is some circumstances where you can convert it back to a pistol. That's a whole thing. But realistically, once you buy an NFA item, it is technically yours for life,
forever.
Just because the way you sell it, you'll lose so much money trying to sell it.
Yep.
I would feel a lot better owning a Daniel Defense lower, SBR lower for life than a PSA lower. That's just me though.
Yep. To each their own.
At the end of the day, they both shoot well.
Yeah, both really fun to shoot. I think as far as the performance, I think it really just comes down to being comfortable with it. You know,
the more you shoot it, the more
rounds on it. You're a lot more experience with yours than I am with mine. So I think.
Well, you know, you have an actual life, and like you don't get to shoot every weekend. And
yeah,
I'm not a
YouTube degenerate.
All right. Well, again, there's no point to be made here. It is now warm weather. It's nice. It's sunny. Go shoot your guns. Go have fun.
Stop taking this shit so seriously.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Cameraman's here today. For the first time in like a month. But anyway, let's wrap this video up.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you guys. We hit 1,000 subs. I completely forgot.
Woo!
Yeah, we're basically like famous now. So
can I get some free merch?
No. Dang it. Nothing's free around here. I don't get it.
I thought if I asked on camera, then you might be more willing to.
This is getting cut out. It'll just get bleeped, and they'll never even know what you asked.
Dang it!
Can I get?
All right. Anyway, thank you guys again for 1,000 subs. That means a lot to us.
Yep.
You got the views have been fantastic. You guys have been fantastic. The engagement, everything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Leave a comment if you have or would like a Daniel Defense, or you have your own Mk18. Let us know.
Yeah. Let's start an argument in the comments on which barrel length is better for an AR-15, because I know there's going to be somebody. You lose so much velocity with a short-barreled rifle.
Yeah,
I'm getting hate for that.
That's
anyway,
gonna be a stickler.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.